I generally think people stop feeling real, and I don't mean physically, I mean personality wise, because lately everybody feels kind of manufactured. Same opinion, same humor, same personality, same aesthetics. It's like the internet slowly turned people into algorithms. And honestly, I don't even fully blame people anymore because modern life constantly rewards performance, not authenticity. Now everybody feels pressure to become interesting, attractive, successful, funny, productive all the time, which sounds exhausting because it is. I think social media quietly changed how people build identities. Before the internet, people developed personalities naturally through experiences, hobbies, real conversations, real life. Now, people build themselves through content consumption. Someone watches enough self improvement videos and suddenly their entire personality becomes productivity. Someone watches enough relationship content and now they think they are a dating expert. Someone watches enough aesthetic lifestyle content and suddenly their room looks like a Pinterest board. It's weird. People don't ask, who am I? They ask, what version of myself gets accepted online? Have you ever noticed how everybody talks the same now? Same slang, same jokes, same reaction. The internet basically created one giant personality factory. And honestly, that's kind of scary because trends move so fast now. People barely have time to think for themselves anymore. The moment a new opinion becomes popular online, suddenly millions of people magically agree with it overnight. No overthinking, no questioning, just yeah, that's my personality now. I also think people became obsessed with looking like they have a good life instead of actually building one. Not everything needs to be aesthetic, cinematic, postable. Even basic experiences, people go outside not to enjoy life but to collect content for Instagram stories. And honestly, I think social media slowly turned life into performance art. People aren't living moments anymore, they are documenting them. Yeah, and I think that's one reason so many people feel emotionally empty now, because constant performance is exhausting. Imagine spending years filtering yourself, editing yourself, comparing yourself, branding yourself. Eventually you stop knowing who you actually are. I think a lot of people secretly feel disconnected from themselves now because they've spent so long trying to become acceptable. Modern productivity culture also created a weird identity problem. Now people don't just want success, they want to look productive constantly, which is why people romanticize study, waking up early, journaling, routines, but sometimes it feels less about self improvement and more about building an internet character. Like people are role playing successful person instead of actually becoming one slowly in real life. I honestly think our generation is mentally tired in ways people don't fully understand yet because our brain never stopped processing information ever. News, drama, content, opinions, videos, messages, your mind barely gets silence anymore, and silence used to matter. That's where reflection, creativity, emotional processing happen. Now people escape silence instantly because silence forces people to think, and thinking can become uncomfortable. I think the internet also made people terrified of being ordinary. Now everybody feels pressure to become exceptional, famous, rich, unique immediately. A person's peaceful life almost feels not enough online now. And honestly, that mindset destroys people mentally because not everybody becomes famous, not everybody becomes rich at 19, and that's okay. But social media constantly tells people if you're not extraordinary yet, you are behind, which is honestly toxic. I also think people are lonelier now than they admit because online interaction isn't the same as real connection. You can talk to hundreds of people online and still feel emotionally disconnected because liking someone's story isn't intimacy, neither is sending memes all day. A lot of people haven't had genuine vulnerable conversation in years, and honestly I think deep connection is becoming rare. Attention span is another huge issue. Modern apps train our brain to expect constant stimulation, constant novelty, constant dopamine, so naturally real life start feeling boring. Study feels painful. Reading feels exhausting. Long-term goals feel impossible. Meanwhile, scrolling for 4 hours feel effortless. That's terrifying when you really think about it. Because attention controls learning, growth, discipline, creativity, and right now everybody's attention is under attack constantly. But honestly, I don't think people are permanently broken. I think most people are just overstimulated, and maybe the solution isn't becoming perfect. Maybe it's simply becoming more intentional. Yeah, more aware, more real, more eventually. People get tired of performing constantly. And I genuinely think authenticity is going to become rare and valuable again. So maybe the goal is modern life isn't becoming the most impressive person online. Maybe it's becoming somebody who still feels real, somebody who can think independently, focus properly, connect generally, exist without constant validation. Because honestly, the internet profits when people feel insecure enough to keep performing forever. And maybe the most rebellious thing someone can do now is stop treating life like content all the time.